Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I think this is part 4. I started thinking you could embellish it. I never really liked this cross. You couldn't really tell what was going on. It was some sort of vinage. So I just took some vines off the internet. I went to Trace Bitmap, Outline Trace, Clip Art, and it traced them pretty good. And if we look at the yellow box, there's nothing behind there. Well, I'll take it back. There is a little bit of white, but we can click on it, go up to object and group and ungroup, and literally drag the black away and the white is there. So we can get rid of that white. And then what you can do is take this and left click, right click, and you have an outline. But it's really much too thick, or excuse me, it's much too thin to cut out. These individual pieces would break. So if you go to Effects and Contour, we're going to contour the outside 0.05 with rounded corners. And see, we get a little bit thicker. We're going to go to Object, Break Contour Apart, and then if you just grab the inside, the outside will stay. So that looks pretty good, and we could do a lot more with this and delete some of these other parts, but we're not really going to tonight. Then I would turn it one way or the other. I'd go ahead and make it red and make sure it's a hairline. We can take that item and Control D and duplicate it and mirror it the other way and bring it down. And you could have it like that or whatever you want. We could mirror it the other way and then put our stocks pretty close. Grab everything and weld it. And then that made it all one piece. Then we're just, without doing too much, I'm going to use this one. Without doing too much to this, artistically, because somebody that really has some artistic ability could do this. So you want to make a duplicate and move it over. Because we're going to take this one and take the center out by using because we want that solid mass. And we're going to take and make it, let's actually make it blue. Then we're going to take this and just kind of put it on our cross. And like I said, you can do as much or little as you want. We're just going to do a little. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard, mirror it the other way, and then try to get it somewhat symmetrical to the other one, but it doesn't really have to do. Now, the only thing you really have to do is take that one, hold down the Shift key and select that one, and group it together or Control G. Because when we do this right here, we're going to go back minus front. Look, or front minus back. Wow, didn't work. You know what I need to do is probably take away this outline. So now it's just one item. Wow. Huh, it just worked. Maybe I don't have them grouped. You know what? I had an outline back behind there. So let's do this now. That's the exact opposite of what we want, so we're going to do this. So that's what is left. Now, this is why you made a duplicate of your cross. So you can put your cross back in there. Now, there's actually some leaves in there that really shouldn't be there. I must have nudged one of these crosses up. Let's go back. Yeah, I probably nudged it. So let's go all the way back because I want to make sure you understand this. To where we made a duplicate. I'll tell you what, let's just make a new duplicate. Get rid of that yellow box. Let's just delete this. Let's take this and make a duplicate and move it over. Now they're going to be in the exact same spot. Make this and get rid of the inside. Go ahead and get rid of the inside. Turn that blue. I'm going to use blue again. And then I'm going to nudge it out of the way. And see, that's what our problem was that other cross was there. I'm actually going to take away the outline. And I'm going to nudge it right back. And then I can take this and just place it in there somewhere. Control D to make a duplicate and mirror it the other way. and actually bring it over here, you know, semi close to the other one. You do need to, for this to work, we're going to have to group them together. I'm going to bring that in a little bit more, bring that in a little bit more. We've got this one selected. We're going to shift select that one and control G to group it together. And then grab all of this. And this time it didn't work perfectly. Now we can nudge this cross back, and we just have to do a little bit of virtually deleting so the flowers or the petals will stay into the graphic, so we can actually just delete that line. We can probably delete all that, delete that, delete that. You know what, I went ahead of myself because we want that there. Let me back up. I need to look at what I'm doing, is what the answer is. I want to cut that out, and I want to cut out that. I want to get where the Smart Fill tool is going to fill in. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these shapes and this shape and this, because now the Smart Fill tool will fill in there. I'm going to go here and here, here, here. I'm going to go ahead and take away all this. That little bitty triangle will be okay. Yeah, there we go. You just gotta kind of think well, you know what, we're losing some. No, we're not, because that's the cross. That's probably what the original cross's problem was, is that when whoever did it took away the cross, it just doesn't show up anymore. Whoop. I don't want to take away too much, but I want to get rid of that line. And then you just want the Smart Fill tool to be able to leak into all those places. And so far, I think we're okay. Just get the virtual segment delete key, delete that down to there, delete that. Not sure what to do with that. Delete that, delete that. I think we're good. A few more on the bottom. And of course, this might not be, you know, your cup of tea, but I could have done a lot with those vines. A lot more than I'm doing. I could have, you know, ran them into a circle. See, sometimes when your page right here gets in your way, it's hard to tell what's going on. And I really think maybe I'm messed up right there. But you can always back up. So now what we're going to do is do one more leaf here, I think. Just think about that should not have happened. So whenever that happens, take your shape tool. See, there's something not connected right there. Those two nodes aren't connected. So that's why, let's double cross that up. Now when we delete this line, it should not. Well, you know what, it's going to look good enough just like that. And if you take your time, we've lost a little bit of the deal, but we're going to take the Smart Fill tool and look at that. That's what it's going to look like. You know, the cross, that's one of the problems with this cross, the original cross, is part of this is the main part of the cross, but you can't really tell it. And the same thing here. It does kind of look like a flower or a vine, and that doesn't look half bad. I'm not going to share this because I'm not all that proud of it. I think there was one more line I should have probably gotten rid of right here. Just when you see something like that, yeah, we just need to delete all that, delete that. Got a bunch of little bitty specks. Anyway, let's actually use blue to fill it in, see what it looks like. So you could, you know, this one has like some twirl vines, and I could have found some twirl vines on the internet. You know, I'm losing a little bit of the cross look by where I put the vines, but it gives you some ideas. That might even show it off better. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit. And thank you for watching.